Hello, greetings, Goddess Body, Mind, Spirit community. This is Tyra Omilade, your goddess guru. And y'all know I love helping women align with their life purpose using the power of ancient wisdom and the goddess centered lifestyle. I want to talk to you today about July 2021. And what does it hold in store for us? What is the best strategy moving forward? Before I do that, I do want to just let you all know that I am going to be hosting a special healing workshop. So be on the lookout for details about that. I am also going to be opening up some special one-to-one coaching, spiritual guidance spots that people can take and work one-on-one with me. Be on the lookout for those also. So July 2021, we're already in it. It's July 4th, the day that I'm making this video. So we're already in this month. And I think it's an interesting month because we're starting out the month actually intense. It's very 2021-esque. Just because there's a lot of tense energy as well as this main aspect that we have been dealing with all of 2021 is still in effect, maybe the first 8 to 10 days, something like that, of July. And so what the predominant energy for this year has been, that the way I describe it is, it's pressure. It's like a pressure cooker, and it's pressure to get to the next phase, to get to the next step. And so, yeah, it hasn't been necessarily fun. It hasn't been 2020, but it definitely isn't like, oh, yeah, this is just like the best time ever. Some people are having a good time, but most everybody who I'm talking to, they feel more like it's productive than fun. So productive for a lot of us is positive because we can see we're making progress, but it's not necessarily fun because there's this pressure cooker that we're under. There's this part of us that wants to move forward. There's this part of us that doesn't want to move forward. It's like scary. We're being asked to go in a new direction. There's this part of us that's sort of like, I just really want to just sort of stay where I am. And then there's this other part that's like, but no, you won't. There's another part that just wants to just move forward. Why do I have to do all this thinking? Why do I have to follow this these direct steps? And then there's this other part that's saying you will only have success by following the plan, sticking with the plan, and taking definitive steps that have been outlined as the path to success, the path towards the goal. So it's like these opposing energies. And it's this energy of activation and energy. It has not been the type of energy where we feel comfortable just like maintaining. It doesn't feel that way. Now, we may feel comfortable working on one thing, but we may not feel comfortable just like, oh, I just want to maintain this one thing. No, it's like go, 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 move, 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 change, 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 evolve, evolve, evolve. And so it's as if this first week, we'll say the 1st through the 10th, like the first 10 days of July, is like, I'm just going to give you one last reminder before we take the pressure off. One last reminder. Don't forget, stay on your game. We're going to let the cortisol go down. You know, when we have too much cortisol, you can't recover. It's very difficult to feel like you're rested and you can move on. We're not meant to live under cortisol, right? We need a balance of the cortisol and the melatonin going on. So we have a little bit of melatonin coming in, but we're getting this last bit of cortisol. And the way I'm interpreting the message is, don't forget, because make no mistake about it, fam. This energy is coming back at the end of this year, and it is taking us into 2022. We are kicking 2022 off with some stuff, okay? So make sure you take the breather. Make sure you take the time to have some fun, to engage your hobbies, to connect with family, to take vacations or holidays, whatever you call them. um, find the enjoyment and be happy about it. But by the same token, stay on your A game. I'm not being hyperbolic. It's just why are we gonna, lose the progress that we've made? And then the energy kicks back off. Don't we want to be further down the road so that once it kicks back off, we just pick back up where the pressure cooker left, not we don't pick up where we left off, because definitely we should be making progress on whatever this thing is you're supposed to be doing. Whatever area of life this is for you. You want to be making progress, but you just want to pick up where the pressure cooker left off, where you're like, okay, I remember you. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. And it's an activating energy. So now the wind will be at our back instead of feeling like, the dog's biting at our heels. It'll feel like, oh, okay, whoa, I'm energized, I'm charged. I'm going to give this last push forward so that when we end, it's like, yes, I'm better than where I thought I was going to be. And this is taking us into right up to the spring equinox 2022. So please, 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 please remember this. There's other things that will be happening during that time. I do want to just give heads up to you all. The United States is going to be going, y'all think we've seen some rough times. We've been seeing evidence of a main return that we're having. It's one that no human sees. Only countries can see this return. And that is called the Pluto return. We've been seeing this play out, I think, since 2017, to be honest with you. Woo. But for sure, since 2020, we've been seeing evidence of something's changing in this country. It's a very radical change. And what I said to my inner circle when I made the weekly video for them on this, talking about this, is if you care to have a voice and a say so on how this country transforms, because Pluto, this is the transit that we're having, the Pluto return. Pluto is about transformation. It is Oya energy. I implore you to think about our children. Our children have, for those of us who are in the United States, our children have USA passports. Until they get different passports, we need to really care where this country is going. We need to, especially for those of us, which is pretty much everybody watching this channel, who had zero say-so in the inception of this country, zero say-so in really how this country should have been set up, where it's, everybody's, benefiting. This is your time. This is your time. You curse this country, this is what we receive. You bless this country, but bless it in terms of this, you're speaking life into it. Where you want this country to go. Where do you want this country to be for your children, for your grandchildren? What healing do you invoke in this country? I just encourage y'all to do that. Women, I know I have some brothers who are watching this channel. I need to speak to the sisters right now. Our power is great. It is mighty. We have been born for such a time as this. And the words that we speak matter. Yes, those who need to pay, may justice be swift and may it be complete and thorough. Okay. We speak justice. We also speak life. We speak blessing. We speak equality. We speak equity. We speak access to resources by everybody. Everybody has resources. We speak abundance. We speak prosperity. We speak all of the good stuff. I don't even have all the words. Some of y'all are so much more poetic in how you speak, but I know you see what I'm saying. I implore you to speak blessings and to be a part of being the midwives for the rebirthing of the United States. that begins to go into effect next year. And part of what we're doing this year is setting ourselves up for this rebirthing of the United States. And so I just ask you to please take note. This is headed somewhere. This is headed. You were born for such a time as this. Doesn't matter if it's men or women. I'm speaking to you all right now. You were born for such a time as this. And so, let's be mindful, because this country is being rebirthed. And when Pluto is on the scene, like, Pluto is Oya. What y'all think? I mean, we know Oya comes through in a whisper, but this is no whisper. A return energy means Pluto is with Pluto. The Pluto in the birth chart, the day the United States was born, Pluto was on a particular degree. Pluto has been taking over 200 years to get back to this spot. I think it's about 246 years. And so that's like double Pluto energy. That's double Oya. Can you imagine being in 2 Oya tornadoes at one time? And so it's calling on us to hold the vibration. And we are in a process of getting ourselves so clear and so strong that we're not shaken, that we're holding the vision for where this country will go. And what we say is so. Okay. So that's 2022. Yeah. People in other countries, I just ask y'all to just hold the energy for us. Send us some love. I'm happy for the rest of y'all who won't be going through this. But the United States is going to have a rough time. 2022, maybe into 2023, but for sure. Now, going back to July, once we get past the 10th, that's when things begin to turn around. I consider this month to be a month of shifts, the energy of balance. And what I'm going to do is just bring up, just to give you an overview, in the inner circle that I host. I call it the Goddess Inner Circle membership and community. I put together a monthly package. It comes with this printable version, but also I make videos, about 6 videos that help you to understand the energy for the month, as well as what's going on week by week by week. And it's not just astrology. I use oracles and share wisdom. And so I just want to kind of give you, I want to give you an overview of what I shared so that you understand what's going on. And of course, I encourage you, if you want the greater detail, join the inner circle. I would love to have you. The inner circle is worth this one document and these videos alone. $44 is what I charge. It's worth this alone, but I offer so much more, actually. Anywho, definitely this is a month where balance and harmony is one that is a major theme for July 2021. And I ask you to ask yourself a question. Is what I'm doing bringing me balance and harmony? Is it leading me into a balanced state? Is it taking me out of being balanced? Is it leading me into a more harmonious place? Or is it taking me out of harmony? This is how I honestly believe if we just ask ourselves those 2 questions the majority of the time, it would just bring us so much more peace, and we would have clarity. We would feel certain. Yes, so important. Another thing that I will say about this month is, there's quite a bit of this month where the sun will be in Cancer. So Sheps, when you see Sheps, this is the ancestors. I relate Cancer to the ancestors. It has to do with our ancestral lineage, our ancestors. It has to do with history. So maybe this is a month where you find yourself looking at history quite a bit, looking at your own history, the history of your ancestors. You just may feel like, I really want to think about mama. If your mom is on the other side, I said mama because my mom's on the other side, or some ancestor that's on the other side. Um, Maybe you want to study um, the greater ancestral lineage. You may be, of a particular culture, and you want to study more about the ancestors of that culture. Because, see, part of the reason we want to study the ancestors is they have a lot of answers. There's a lot of answers that lie when we start looking that lie in the lives of the ancestors, and when we begin to look at what was going on back then and what did they do, it teaches us how to do the same. I think this is more important than ever. Well, when I think about the United States going through a Pluto return, I think that this is important. Like, all people in the United States need to study like the real history. We need to be looking at this. We need to see what was going on back then, what's happening now, and we see parallels. Like, it's a lot that we think has changed, but it hasn't, because it just shows right back up. But we need that clarity. But maybe you're a dancer, and you start feeling like, I really want to study the history of the people who danced this style long ago, because I'm telling you, these ancestors were so connected to spirit. It shows us, how do we get our muse turned on? And maybe they left a clue for, this is where I'm to pick up the tradition. I was having a conversation with a friend, and just, expressing how I honestly believe we're supposed to be taking some of this, ancient spirituality, and applying it to our own lives and making it relevant to ourselves, versus just, studying the old traditions and trying to apply it to this day. Like, the language, for some of us, we don't even speak these languages that the original religion was founded in, right? So it's just, we want to look and see, get the best parts, and now bring it out and apply it to ourselves. So I think that that's something that could be coming up for us. This month is definitely a month, I say, to bring some TLC to your mental health, because Mercury will be moving into Cancer. That's on July 11th. So, 2021, we need a little bit of some TLC from this year. It's oh my gosh. Wow, it's been tough. So yeah, some TLC to our mental health. The new moon is on the 9th. So we have that coming up this week. If you're watching this video this first week of July, that's coming up this week. So definitely be releasing and letting go, and setting yourself up to set new moon intentions at this Cancer new moon. I honestly feel like this is like a new moon where we can do a true reset. um, just really begin to write some new stuff in our lives, that and just go in a whole new direction. Like, I keep saying, 2020 took the table, turned it over. We may as well go on ahead and take advantage of everything was just, thrown up in the air. So we may as well just rewrite something new that really aligns with what we want. um let's see here. Astro wisdom. Yeah, it's a month where there's going to be a lot of shifts, like planets moving in and out of signs. Venus will be moving out of Cancer, Leo into Virgo, and Jupiter at the end of the month will do the same, move out of Leo into Virgo. They are going to meet, Venus and Leo, excuse me, Venus and Mars. They're going to meet in um, uh, Leo. That will be a very big deal. We have like one of the most feminine planets. Like, she is the epitome of womanhood, meeting this very masculine, like the most masculine planet, I think. They're going to be having a little bit of a meeting. And so that's another one that's very energizing. It's the start. I was listening to one of my teachers, Victor, say is actually kicking off a 2-year cycle, because it'll be about 2 years before they meet again, I think is what he said. But the thing that I think is most important about that is it has the potential to set off a 2-year cycle of high level of creativity, energy, manifestation, because both of those planets have to do with creativity. Venus is more of applying the law of attraction and aligning and, becoming one with the vision. Mars is the one that takes the action. I cannot overstate. We can dream all we want. We can align all we want. But if we don't take action, we aren't going to manifest much. At least it won't manifest quickly. It might take a little bit longer, if at all. So we always want Mars to be a part of what we're doing, because Mars is like, hey, let's do it. This is what we said we're doing. Let's go, right? So yes, let's see here. What else? Oh, okay. So we start the month out in Cancer, and then we're going to move into Leo. So of course, Cancer is more about the home, the family, emotions. I think that this is a great time always to renew our commitment to having healthy emotional, having a healthy emotional body, as well as taking that time to, develop tools to how do we deal with our emotions? How do we nurture ourselves? How do we bring ourselves from spiraling down into a negative emotional state so that we can, keep ourselves level? Because I'm telling you, it's better just to stay level than to have to dig yourself out. I know this. I know this. I know so many of y'all know this too. Then we move into Leo. And Leo is about having that confidence. So it's a time of renewal of our confidence. What makes you special? What makes you stand out in the crowd? The other thing too that I'll say is that Leo, I should say, not August. Leo is the astrological spiritual new year. And so, yeah, this is also a great time, especially going back to what I talked about with those of us in the United States, experiencing this Pluto return next year. We can begin to connect with the spirits who will be communing during this Leo season, offering ourselves, show me what is it that I need to do. It's already in you. Okay. Remember, you were born for such a time as this. It's already in you, but we want to just walk in it confidently, courageously, unapologetically, and to understand what part will I play in helping to this birth to happen of the United States. Okay. Something just hit me too. Like, I'm interested to see what happens around this 4th of July, because of course the 4th of July is the United States birthday. Is this going to give us some clues? Because this is a new start. We are having a new beginning here in the United States. Whatever your Independence Day is for those of you who live in other countries, that's a new beginning for your country. So you can begin to look at how are we setting this thing off? And so it's, how are we kicking the new year off based on the sun sign? So that'll be really interesting. Okay, so the other thing that I'll say about it being the astrological spiritual new year is it will be a great time for you to, once again, the whole Leo season, start to look at your New Year's goals, whatever the New Year's for you. Look at those goals and intentions. So y'all know, honestly, we can take our new year into March. So we have until last day of spring. So don't panic. Don't panic. You're doing great. Infuse your New Year's goals and intentions, infuse yourself, open up so that the great spirits will be speaking to you during this time, giving you that inspiration, giving you the vision, um, giving you the energy and, just what it is that you need to stay loyal, because that's what Leo is about. It's about being loyal, to stay loyal and devoted to making sure whatever it is that you seek to manifest will in fact be so. Okay. So that's what I'll say about that. Let's see here. So yeah, I do encourage you to have a spiritual reset, and to tap into your gifts and your talents. Have some fun, take a breather, but balance again. We're not just completely taking off. I don't think that's a wise choice to make for this month. I do believe it's important to build in lots of spiritual resets, hobbies, fun, vacation, holidays. I think it's important to build all that in. And at the same time, make sure that you are continuing the work that has been put into place in your life for 2021. So, there's lots of details. I have created 6 videos. So there's so much to say. Uh, just keep up with what I say, here on my public channel. But I do encourage you, like I said, if you want the deeper understanding, join the inner circle. And I'm saying all this to say that July 2021 is definitely, we're we're bringing the energy down a little bit, but it has its challenges. Be encouraged, be mindful. I love talking about the goddess Oshun and how she is the queen of the reframe. We want to make sure that we keep our perspective on point. One of the things that I've been doing is when I find myself being negative, I'll say, hold on. We're not comfortable with that anymore. Let's reframe this and just make this the best possible situation. It's like, okay, I'm here. This is what I got. So I may as well, let me just make the most of it. Positive energy is thousands of times more powerful than negative energy. And so that's what I just say to myself. You know what? And then I notice I just get through whatever I was complaining about. I just get through it much more quickly. Put something on in my ear, learning something, putting on a class or something. Woosah on it and just keep moving. And before I know it, guess what? It's over. So yeah, just move with deliberateness, have some fun, enjoy July 2021. I would love to hear how it's going for you. What are your thoughts? What's standing out for you about what I have shared? And yeah, please, please, please look for the newer offerings that I am going to be sharing with you all, the Healing Circle, as well as the one-to-one spiritual guide coaching post spots that I have coming up. Love you all so much. Please share the video with somebody who you think could benefit from it. I do want to hear from you. I love it when I see the comments. I do my best to acknowledge them and even reply back. So please, please, please let me hear from y'all. And thank you all so much. As always, this is Tirra Omilade, your goddess guru. I am holding the space for us to have an amazing July 2021. All right, y'all take care. Peace and love.